Lay triggerfish are territorial. Hi, what's going on everybody? My name is Brandon. I'm a marine biologist and an artist, and welcome to Nature Meets Paper, the place where we go on an adventure to discover the world of marine biology. If you are new, welcome. Nature Meets Paper is a place where we learn about aquatic creatures through stories, science, and art. Today we will discover the lay triggerfish. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Lay triggerfish are also known as scythe, bursa, and boomerang triggerfish. They are found in the West Indo-Pacific. They range from East Africa to Japan, the Great Barrier Reef, and Hawaii. They are named after the two curved stripes on their body behind the eyes and gills that look like boomerang or lay. They prefer habitat of minimal coral growth, rocky shores, inner and outer coasts, algae beds, lagoons, and continental shelves. They like being in environments with thin vertical cracks to hide in. They will wedge themselves in the crack using their dorsal spine like an anchor. They can be found from 3 to 90 meters deep. What are we looking for when identifying the lay triggerfish? They have the body of a triggerfish. It is a mix between disc-shaped and torpedo-shaped body. They use their pectoral fins for primary propulsion. They will use their dorsal fins and tail for quick bursts of speed. Lay triggerfish have soft rays on the dorsal and ventral surface. They only have one locking trigger spine on the dorsal surface. This dorsal spine is locked in place using a sturdy trigger to brace the spine. They use this spine lock to wedge themselves into crevices. It also deters predators from eating triggerfish. They have high set eyes and a small mouth with tiny, sharp teeth. The lay triggerfish grows to lengths of 25 centimeters or 9.8 inches long in total length. This measurement is taken from the tip of the mouth to the tail. They are smaller fish and hide quickly when approached by a diver. Their body is light brown to cream color. They have light blue-gray bellies and fins, with yellow towards the tail. They have two dark crescent-shaped patterns behind their eyes and gills on each side of their body. It has been noticed that the fish can change the color of these curved markings. They change from a light yellow to a dark brown. It is believed that this is a sign of aggression. When the markings are dark, it means back off. Lay triggerfish are highly territorial and don't like mixing with each other. That is why they are hard to keep in captivity. There are even stories of large males biting divers when they get too close. It is time to discover the diet and population health of the lay triggerfish. What do lay triggerfish eat? The lay triggerfish is an omnivore. They eat crabs, bivalves, gastropods, algae, tunicates, worms, eggs, and detritus. Bivalves are animals that have two shells that close and a set of siphons, so think oysters, clams, and mussels. Gastropods are snails. Detritus is anything that is dead that sinks to the bottom of the seafloor. They have a varied diet, which is good for population health. As far as population health goes, the IUCN Red List has them listed as not evaluated. This means they have not been evaluated by scientists in a global study. It is hard to say how they are doing. There wasn't much information on this fish. I hope it is doing alright. It means somebody like you can head the charge to study this fish. How did I interact with this shy fish? I am not dive certified, so I use large aquariums for help. I was at the Maui Ocean Center. I really recommend going there if you will go on Maui. They are eco-friendly and rotate their fish out constantly. This was in the beginning of the shallow reef section. It was right after the living reef display as you walk in. There was a medium-sized tank with new triggerfish that I had not seen before. Luckily, there was a sign on the wall giving the name. I'm not always this lucky. I was watching the three fish in the tank. They were swimming around, chasing each other. I noticed there were two distinct color variants of this fish. I was going to take a picture of one and describe the other to you. Then I thought about it and I was like, well, why not just get a picture of both? It would be simpler. So I did. when I was watching this fish, I thought it was sexual dimorphism. I thought the females had the light yellow and the males had the dark brown. It is common for males to have brighter colors than females, but as I was researching this episode, I found out that they change their color based on their mood. I love discovering new things. I'm not an expert, but I know a lot. It is fun broadening my view. That is why I make these adventures for you. I hope you enjoy it as well. It turns out, what I thought was playful swimming and chasing was actually territorial display. Fish are funny. I hope you enjoyed this adventure. I will wrap it up and call it finished. Thanks for watching. If you think I deserve it, click subscribe and ring the notification bell. This way you can be notified when I post new content. I do my best to post new content every single weekend, but sometimes life gets in the way or a painting is too detailed to finish in a week. If a piece of art grabs your heart, you have the opportunity to purchase it. I sell my originals as well as museum quality prints. The size of the prints can vary, just contact me and let me know. I sell apparel on teespring.com. I created a new Christmas t-shirt just for this season. Order soon so that it can be here by Christmas. If you would like to become one of my patrons on Patreon, I would really appreciate that. Thanks again for watching. I've been Brandon, and I will see you in our next adventure.